he's gonna dominate you. He was bench pressing 250 at 12 years old.
I don't have no personal trainer. This is it right here.
Yep. It's where it all started at, right here.
He's like young Thanos against all the other high schoolers. After he just played, he dominated, and that's when the Kardell Thomas craze kind of started. He was bigger than me at age 10. He been better than me in sports at about 12. He started benching more than me at like 13. He finally just recently beat me in basketball about 2 years ago. And his goal always been to go to LSU and make it to the NFL. Since he was little, he wanted to wear that purple and gold.
Okay, so usually I come outside, I get a set of dips in, and then, well, for some people, you know, they might like to jog or do something like that, but I do dips because, you know, get me pumped up quicker. Then I go into my dynamics. After you get your dips in, you get your chest a little tiny, you know, get back right. And then after every set of bench, you do 5 dips after. So my first set, I'm gonna get on 295, do however many reps I can do, then come back, hit 5 dips, rest a little bit. We'll do the same thing for 5 sets. The workout made to make you push yourself, so like, people might be like, oh, like I'm feeling sorry, that's what you're supposed to do.
Push, push. Come on, push. Dips will wore you out. Come on. But the progress in him is when he's coming off the block and shows that power, that first initial hit. That's what this develops.
We got on this regimen and got stronger. I tapped 400 my 9th grade year. No, my 9th grade going to my 10th grade year, I tapped 400. And off this workout. So I mean, it worked. It's harder when your body already hurting. I'm telling you, you gotta get on it. Woo!
And it pays off. Footwork got better. You're gonna see some drills that we did. We used to do at my old college, Jackson State, before all this speed ropes and all that came out. We just call it quick jumps.
So basically, after you do your bench and your upper body, you want to at least get yourself about a 10-minute, 12 break so you can go harder with the footwork, because you know you can't have power without footwork. So basically, like I said, on the day where I'm not doing any weightlifting, I'll do 1,000 jump ropes. But on the day where I know I got the broomstick workout, I just do 100 or 200 with the weight vest on just to get my feet warm, get my body warm, and then you hit the broomstick workout and you do about 50.
That's all the college coaches asking, how you got his feet like that? How you got his feet like that? But this is the part of it, the rope and this. I would credit this drill to his quick feet, the broomstick workout.
Now this right here, it take it out of you. After that first set, you're gonna be like, oh, but you gotta get it.
The object is that as soon as you land, be right back up off the ground.
On the balls of your feet.
Right, on the balls of your feet. That's on your toes.
Stop.
There you go. Quickness. His work ethic is real good. Always been good. Once he decided this is what he wanted to do about 9, 10, he never had a problem out of it. 2016, we had the flood in Baton Rouge, and we had 6 feet of water. We lost everything. And we ended up having to go to the Best Western Hotel off college. And he still continued his workout. That night he did push-ups, he ran the stairs, he jumped rope, he ran around the complex. He said, I can't get out of shape even though we're not playing, because we didn't play for another 3 weeks. And he really went out and he kept working. He never stopped working. A lot of guys just laid up and got bigger and lazier, but he kept working.
His work ethic is amazing. He's a 4.0 student on top of being this #1 athlete. So it's amazing to see. What motivated him is just, I think, his love and passion for football. Like,
adversity, he knows how to handle adversity well now. At first he used to panic and get kind of shaky, but now he's cool, calm, and collected. Everything on the field comes from me because I felt, you have to be angry to play to me. Your opponent is your enemy till after the game.
I know you're gonna have the haters on there, oh, that's low weight, do it. Do the whole workout. God bless my haters, honestly.
He's a great teammate. He's a great communicator. He's a great quarterback. He can throw and he can run. That's a dual threat. He needed to go somewhere so he can show people what he can do.
Yeah, what's going on overtime? It's Jay Jones. I'm here with my boy Steve. We're at Georgia Tech, and we're about to get a throwing session in. There you go.
They be downplaying your arm on the show though.
I low-key with the fact that people think I can't throw. When I was the last chance you, it was ups and downs. It was a lot going on that wasn't shown on camera. Like when he brought Malik in to throw that go, me and Malik, bro, was like, shoot, if he gonna do that, bro, like just leave Malik in, bro, cause it ain't like I can't throw a go to.
Come on now.
Hell, if I can't throw nothing else, I can throw a go with my eyes closed.
Come on, deep too, I'm talking.
Me and Malik cool. I talked to Malik last week. I hit him up before the show came out because I had seen the show before. They had like a competitive little storyline between us. It's all gonna be competitive when we get out there on the field, but you're not gonna expect me to have animosity against this guy. And that's what was kind of persuade on the show, but it wasn't like that. Coach Brown, he's a character. He's a good coach, man. He means well. I would probably say just the way that things were handled, it could have been handled a little bit better, but you know, you can't go back and change that. It's already done.
It's crazy seeing Jay on TV, man. It got me excited, you know, to see him back on the field, but you know, it kind of hurt me to see him get hurt. Do you know what you were finna do to that team when you got hurt, bro?
Oh man, hamstring injury. So I didn't practice 2 weeks before that game. I probably did the walkthrough the day before the game, and that run, that was my first time getting up in a good month. When I was telling him I got hurt, he was thinking I was just saying I got hurt in the game.
Right.
He didn't know, bro, like I didn't practice 3 weeks before that. It was just one of those circumstances where I tried to get up and it just popped on me. I ain't never felt like I felt after the first game. I feel much better, way better than I did at Indy. The biggest thing I learned was composure. Control what you can control, and everything will be in your favor. You know, I was always smiling like, if another quarterback in, I was rooting them on. They didn't look at it like I was throwing animosity, throwing shade to them. It was just, we were all coming to practice and getting better every day. I'm gonna meet you in between that hash, and you see that little ski mark in the field?
When he called me and told me he was coming back up, that's nothing but excitement for me, you know, because that's my boy. It just like reminiscing on the old days, throwing with him. It just bring back memories.
Came back to Tech, I had close relationships here. Coach Collins was the coach that gave me my first offer. He was at Mississippi State. He was the first D1 coach, SEC, to ever recruit me. And there's guys that I miss, man, like Steve. This is one of my best friends for real. See, playbook, man, you never know like what you're gonna do with this type of offense. And that was one of the reasons why I kind of derailed from staying here the first time. It was a big controversy because that's a cut-up interview what was on Last Chance U. What I said in that interview was I left because offensive players weren't getting as many as the opportunities as defensive players. When I was looking at Tech, they were throwing the ball 12 times a game, and I was cool with that. That's nothing different than I was doing in high school. Since then, that's changed, and now you can sit back and shotgun, and now you have you're 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So everything's slower when you've been doing that speed option with everything happening right on the line of scrimmage, 1 yard in front of you.
That's tough. That's nice. That's nice. What you want to
Let me get a hitch.
Oh, nice. Oh, damn, I hate catching like that.
What else you want? You good?
Oh, man, I'm sure. I mean, you sure?
Yeah, I'm finna do probably that one deep ball. By my freshman year here, I threw it from about the 40 to the end zone. I gotta do it from about the 30 this time. But I'm gonna go for 80 this time.
That's what that one you used to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir, Jay. Yes, sir. That's nice, boy.
All right, I'm about to throw an 80.
Oh,
Yes, sir, that's in there.
That's it.
That's it.
That's crazy, yo. I'm talking about not on the line, though. You behind the line. That's crazy.
All right, now overtime. That was our throwing session. I'm Jay.
It's Steve.
His name is Bryce, my name is DJ. They're just two different people.
It's kind of cool to see that friendship and you can hang out when the lights come on and we're fierce competitors.
They're taking tips off of each other. They're congratulating each other.
And you're talking about the top two guys. I don't know when it'll happen again, to be honest with you.
First thing the quarterbacks are gonna do is a little bit of endo session / warm up. After that, we'll do some routes on air. And then last but not least, the funnest part, the one-on-ones, baby. That's a great ball. If the ball isn't on time, it's going the other way. Believe that.
For my warm-ups, I'm taking it real seriously because, for us, really, you're only as good as, you can throw the ball for the most part. It's a one-sleeve type thing.
It's just for arm care. It's no swag, strictly arm care. Be able to work with Bryce like that, it's just we get to feed off each other. He's a great competitor to go against. It's just how fast he can get out of pockets. How he can just make people miss. It's crazy how well he does that.
Working with DJ, seeing him throw and everything, just how decisive he is. He knows where he wants the ball to be. He knows where he wants to put it. Quality accuracy and strong arm. Definitely stuff that DJ does really well.
Now, let's go.
The effect of them working out together, what makes it so special is these guys know the exact amount of work the other guys putting in. They know the quality of training. They know, hey, I seen you at the workout. Maybe for whatever reason one can't make it, but he sees the other one there. It's a thing where I constantly know that you're working, and then when they see each other, it's competitive, but it's all love. And that's an awesome thing.
Good spot. That's a good spot.
Mater Dei and Bosco play each other twice for the past, I think, 3 or 4 years. It's kind of cool to see that friendship and you can hang out when the lights come on and Friday night. And it's like snap song, we're fierce competitors.
Just finished warming up. We about to hit these routes on the air. Make sure timing is good. Good eyes. Yep.
Now, let's go.
Double hitch. Good. Good ball. Bryce's tempo is always smooth, right? Playing basketball, it's a rhythm sport. So if you watch his tempo, it's always timing up to where the feet, where the receivers are, to where his eyes need to be, and the eyes follow the feet. And he does a great job of staying what we call connected. Everything's together, everything's together. With DJ has such a strong arm. He had a habit of throwing with his arm. And what he's done, as you watch him go up right now, his balance is unbelievable. He's gonna keep his feet under himself. He's aiming at the middle of the field. Now he snaps his shoulders and now he throws the ball. So complete balance. Eyes, shoulders stay straight. He drops. Now I know I'm gonna throw, I'm gonna snap. So a lot of that is comfort, knowing where the defense is and where they're at, and understanding who I'm holding and who I'm moving.
When you have guys like the athletes that are out here right now, when you start bringing that competition, people get better, start talking, the speed increases. So, it's really good for simulated kind of game-like situations.
Good ball.
DJ, he was making throws that, NFL quarterbacks don't make. It's so hard to throw a back shoulder ball. A few teams get really good at it with one particular player, but he was on the money today. It was crazy. Bryce did great today, too. Bryce looks younger than him, but they both kind of got the same kind of arm power. He looks ready, too, so I'm anxious to see how their competition goes.
Having NFL and college guys here, it's kind of normal now because we've been doing it since a young age. But for regular people, it's like something like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and we do this every week.
I love that! I love that!
I just threw a curl. He did the rest. We play each other this year. We're the second to last league game this year.
Probably 2 times, probably in the regular season, then probably in the championship game.
I have confidence in my team. We're definitely working. The goal is obviously to win. So we're just gonna keep our head down, keep working, so that we have the season to win.
We're gonna win. That's probably Bryce's answer too, I hope.
Just to give you an insight, DJ did not take the humble route and said they were gonna win.
You know what? Everyone's different. I respect it.
Good ball.
That's a freaking 2.5.
Hey, good ball.
You heard Paul Richardson. He just said that ball looks like the Washington Redskins. We're throwing NFL balls to NFL receivers, and they don't notice the difference. They actually think it's the same.
We're not talking about the number 8th and 9th guy in the country, which would still be a pretty huge accomplishment. You're talking about the top 2 guys, number 1 dual threat, number 1 overall. It's special. It does not happen, and I don't know when it'll happen again, to be honest with you.
Start on 3. Start on me. 1, 2, 3. Start.
I know what you're thinking. Is that a digital little clicky thing? Are the numbers moving? I've never seen that before. Well, I didn't either before today. So let's start right now.
So what we gonna do a little bit, like we always do, try to get back to the basics, right? The 3-step drop stuff, the fundamental stuff, and to kind of show you guys the game doesn't really change that much. It's gonna be the same stuff you're running, whether it's 99, 80s, 2000, a lot of the concepts stay the same. Whichever one of you guys wanna go first, break me down what you're seeing, what you're thinking, and where you would go with the ball.
Slant arrow. So right now, DB's eyes, looks like his eyes are kind of in a little bit. Those are kind of those zone tells. They're not saying too much, but it all kind of depends on those ends. If those ends are willing to drop, we can definitely begin some type of zone here. If not, we're getting rotation and we see corners bailing, and with that safety kind of becoming a little bit of a hole player. Also, we're getting a blitz here, so we know we have to slide protection so that we can account for that. Going here, especially off cover 3, corners, he's not gonna be able to break inside off a slant, and we want to go away from rotation. So for me, my eyes are going to the bottom of the field with the slant.
I love it.
It holds there.
There we go. There's the window. There's the shot. Perfect.
At least when I was younger, I wouldn't say I loved doing this when I was like 10, but it was always interesting for me. I always like learning new stuff and kind of seeing how the game worked in its ins and outs. Like there's so much that people from the outside see and you just think, oh yeah, you just threw it to the open man and it was a good throw. There's so much pre-snap, post-snap, so much that changes that goes into it.
All right, so double slant. DJ, if you want, just take this one.
Right now it looks real off coverage by both corners. Right here on the bottom of the screen, unless he bails off the coverage, holding that tight end, I feel like you have the left side slant wide open.
Yes, sir. Let's check it out. So we'll go right to where the snap, and we'll pause right here. Now you have some rotation. And now, do you think your eyes will change based on that pre-snap, seeing that outside backer flying when you know you got double slant? What are you thinking here?
He's going to cover the tight end, so you're thinking outside slant might be open because of the Mike backer. Much like he's going to take the inside slant by the tight end, but you also can work at the top of the screen with the inside slant knowing you have off coverage.
I like that. I like that. Let's see what's going to happen. I think you might be right. Bang, there it is.
I feel like most of our time is probably, both of us is probably spent in the film room. I feel like there's more time spent in the film room than on the field because you have receivers, they got to have legs too. So if you have them on the field for 10 hours, their legs are going to be dead and not going to be able to run. So be able to be in the film room for probably twice as long as you're long on the field, then you just get that much more done.
2 plays, they both got it right. That's the difference. I don't care how they throw the football. They both broke it down. That's it, show over. All right, man, we drew it up, so now what we'll do is let's compare it to what you guys do.
This is kind of just a basic coverage that, pretty universal coverage that everyone runs. We come across this a good amount of times at modern day. Right now, we're in spread. Basic cover 2, our corner's gonna be playing outside shade. Their goal, they're gonna have this flat area, so they're gonna try to reroute to make sure everything gets inside. What we're gonna be looking at is just a simple smash concept. A corner may just be super locked into this flat, and just, I'm not gonna give a flat, I'm gonna jump this, and they're just gonna stay on our hitch. If we do that, we're good. This is a really, really hard route for the free to guard. Remember, he has to guard, this whole half the field. So he's dropping back. He's looking for a go, a deep post, a seam, something. Odds are, if I'm not giving up flat, he's gonna stay with this hitch. We can get this over top of him.
If you guys haven't seen this play, then you guys probably living under a rock. So basically, all these routes is just a simple streak route. But with a streak route, everybody thinks it's a regular streak, all fades, but it can be universal versus any coverage. So if you have too high, what Bryce is talking about with the free safety, say he's right here, and you have your strong safety right here. This 8Y right here, he has the option to be able to curl the route at 10 yards or 12 yards, just depending on that. And if not, say he gets one high, where he has a safety right here in the middle of the field, both of these guys are able to just keep running up the field and keep turning into a seam. Depending on where the linebacker's looking, he's looking for a ball, expecting it probably around 12 to 15 yards in that range before the safety can get over. You want to be able to take a 1-2-3, and you want to be able to look off the safety to either side, depending on the guys covering these. If you like the matchup, you can take a 1-2-3 on a hitch, hit it, or you can hit 1-2-3. That safety does not get off of his line. Basically, if he doesn't get off and play this while you're looking, you can hit this on 3 on rhythm, and with no hitch, you're hitting this right here. Say if he does get over here, you can be able to go 1-2-3 hitch and be able to hit this one right here.
Love it, man. High school, college, concepts are gonna stay the same. I know we work everything, but true definition, you guys are describing defense, offense, rhythm, throws. There's no accident why you guys are where you're at, man.
Growing up, hockey was my first love, but when I turned 14, I had to make a call, hockey or football.
I have a very strong feeling that he's going to be walking up on stage one day getting a hat from the commissioner of the NFL.
I decided to play football, and I think I made the right call. Saturday morning, getting some work in. My quarterback coach here at the facility, getting my teammates out here, getting some work in. Should be a fun day. I've been working with Greg since 7th grade.
I could tell when he was a 7th grader that he was talented. He was really special then.
Every single winter workout, every single spring workout, summer, I'm always here.
We're working on some high-level stuff, so it's really putting them in some situations that are game-like, so pressure in the pocket and throwing off platform.
He's helped me with everything that I can learn. He's one of the few people that brought me from the ground up and helped me through this whole process. He's worked on my throw mechanics, worked on my feet, everything like that, so I can't thank him enough.
Pop, fire.
I would say he's very unique with how he plays, and he just does a lot of things that a lot of other quarterbacks can't do.
You know, he can stand in the pocket and make high-level throws, and then if you move him outside the pocket, he remains a passer and doesn't turn into a runner, and he's still looking downfield to try to make a play with his arm as opposed to his legs. I think that's one of the big advantages that he has, is he's always trying to keep a play alive. He understands how to use his body to generate power, and especially to throw, you know, when his legs aren't underneath him. In a typical situation that a lot of kids wouldn't be able to make throws, he can make them, but also down the field with power.
I've got my blindfold on. I'm gonna throw a post here and do it in 3 throws or less. Oh, gee. No way. Oh! Was it accurate though? No? Okay. That was, thanks. We're getting from point A to point B, there's no gray areas. It's you win or you lose, so I take that into full perspective, and I go out there and do everything I can to get the W.
There's times in school where we've had study hall together where he'll show me his notebook where he has all the plays and coverages that they run and all this stuff, and I think he just is really astute in the game.
He's just become so intelligent on the field. He knows where guys are supposed to be. He doesn't have to be staring them down. He kind of knows where guys are.
Like, I look at him, he looks at me, and we already know what we're gonna do just based on the defense, so I think just the chemistry and knowing each other helps a lot on the field.
The thing about him that has kind of elevated his game is, one, he's a hard worker. He's always going to be the first guy to outwork the next guy.
A lot of times in practice, if we're not having a good practice, he's always the one telling us to pick it up and telling us, like, we need to do this better and that better, and I think that rubs off on everybody.
Being the leader of my team is something I always wanted since I was little, and to take that step up this year is going to be huge, and I can't wait for it.
I would put him as the top quarterback in the class, hands down. I see a ton of success for him.
I think him picking Michigan was a good choice overall because I feel like it's somewhere he's going to fit in and have a chance to do something.
It was in middle school when I noticed my dad was famous, and that's when I noticed, like, it was going to be a bumpy road ahead.
I've been working with Chad for, I would say, about 2 months. At today's workout with Chad, we broke it down so he can learn how to utilize his body, absorb force to produce force. And that directly correlates to his position as a wide receiver. A lot of those things improve his speed, but more importantly, keeps him consistently playing and on the field. If I had to compare it to any guys, it would be one, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, he's not really fast. Devontae Adams, he's a little bit faster, but I would compare it to guys like that. One, he uses his body really well, and he understands how to get in and out of his breaks. That's one of the things that's the deciding factor of gaining separation. Those guys do it really, really well. And one thing we talked about today was being consistent. If I'm able to do those little things consistently, I don't have to be a 4-4 guy sporadically. Like if I'm a 4-6, 4-5 guy, being able to do the little things well on a consistent basis, that's what will make you a great player. And that's some things that we talked about today and worked on today.
Feeling good, feeling good. You know, we're just working, trying to get better out here. I'm going league, first round. My competitiveness definitely comes from my father. Watching his videos, his mic'd up, all of it it was genetics. Like watching the videos, I didn't really say to myself, like, I want to be like him, and more just like, it just came out. Like one day I was on YouTube watching the videos and I'm like, dang, I've done like most of this stuff before. I just caught myself doing it and it was crazy looking at all that stuff. But yeah, my competitiveness and my athletic skills definitely come from him, for sure. It was in middle school when I noticed my dad was famous. I played football with my whole entire family and they didn't really care about it. Like, he's just a regular guy that you see on the daily. Middle school is when I noticed, and I started playing in like big football games, and dudes were like contacting me. They were targeting me in the games, like trying to hit me harder and harder every play. And that's when I noticed like it was gonna get crazy in high school, and it's gotten way crazier. Like I've been hit head to head, I've been stumped on, all of it. And that's when I noticed like there's gonna be a bumpy road ahead. I'd rather have somebody that tells me what I'm doing wrong than just like lets me leave the workout doing it half-ass or not doing it right. My dad's definitely an honest person because I'm his son, which makes me a better player, person. It helps me, period, in life, not just football, in life, period.
His dad was a world-class smack talker, but he definitely backed it up. That's one thing I can't say. Have to love those guys that have that confident bravado, but portrayed everything that they spoke about on the field. And I think Chad definitely understands that you definitely have to back up what you say. And that's why he's here working out.
Some kids are late bloomers, some aren't. That's a good thing because there's so much room for improvement. And I like that. Not peaking too soon. And I think that sometimes the child itself loses track on what's important. You know, the craft, becoming better at your craft, understanding your strengths, your weaknesses. Because I wasn't good until I actually got to my, maybe second year in the league. And then it clicked. You know, I don't want it to click too early. I don't really have too many rules. I've allowed him his freedom to do as he pleases, and he's always been able to make the right decisions. He's like one of my guys, but I also am the parent when I need to be. We don't know how his legacy will differ from mine. We don't know. Can't be answered. Only he has the answer for that.
All right, here we go, legs so width apart. Sit in your hips, just make sure your toes are straight. 10 on the left leg, 10 on the right leg, then 10 both legs together. All right, get into a half squat and hold it. Chest up, tight ass hips, come on, 10. You gotta open it up, there we go. What's so crazy, even though he's the son of I would call him a Hall of Fame football player, you would never know it. He's still a kid, and he walks around and just has fun. He has a great personality, he's loving, he smiles, and he's friends with everyone. If you know what works for you, why stay away from it? Like, I grew up watching him on Hard Knocks, eating the McDonald's diet every single day, but every practice, he backs it up. And I'm a believer of, if it works, why try to fix it? You know, if it ain't broken, why try to change the mode, you know?
Cause it's definitely the rim. Can we lift? Don't try this at home.
The future for Chad Johnson, I believe, is really bright. If he continues to do the right thing and stay on the path that he's on.
Haters say I get handouts, that I didn't earn my offers, that I'll never be as good as my dad. I'm proud to have my dad's name, but this is my legacy now.
I know Travell and Revis and all the other guys here that work at games, you know, they've trained some great guys, you know, seeing where they're at, you know, it just makes me, you know, really just understand that they're gonna help me. We started off with hip mobility and hip flexor things. You know, we had the resistant bands on our knees and ankles, and we started doing like single leg squats and everything, and balance on the foam pads, one leg and everything.
They train the best of the best, and I trust them with the ability to make me the best player I can be.
They had a long season. They went deep in the playoffs. They was getting back into it. They're mainly focusing on their flexibility, their range of motion, getting their bodies back going, getting their bodies back together. So we're building that base back up. We start adding the weights, adding the strength training, and just getting them ready for their senior year. 3. Come on, fast. 4. Don't worry. You're looking slow right now. Just switching.
Everything's been working out great. He's like a brother to me. Like, I look out for him, he look out for me. Any tips that he feel like I need, he give to me. Any tips I feel like he need, I give to him. And it's just like, you know, we just going up from here.
They're working on their lateral balance from a single leg position, which will help them in the open field, their elusiveness and cutting and changing direction and doing different things like that on the football field. Balance.
Good. Try to stay on one leg the whole time. Good.
Good.
Turn your foot over.
Good. You got it?
Good.
Good.
Snap, snap.
Good.
You go through adversity, and it's really mental toughness. And that's what they really try to get through your head.
Slam it. A lot of force in the ground. Let's go. Good balance. There we go. Come on. Come on, Jermaine. Stay tight.
The toughness rate out of 10 for this workout we just had, I think.
Definitely 9 out of half.
That last,
For sure.
that last circuit.
Look,
the upper body,
it's always the last circuit that gets you. And that's what pushes you through it. So, you know, you got that last set in. I want us to both be able to just be mentally stronger than the other opponent and just break them down from right there. Like, I feel like that's really a strong attribute every receiver should have.
Open the chest back up. All right? Go through that 3 times and you're done and you're finished. All right? Everybody start somewhere.
Towards the end, we did like a little like a superset or something, and it was all upper body, and it was just so fast paced, you know. We were doing the bench press and then right to the push-ups after that. I mean, it gets tiring. It gets tiring.
So now, as their body's fatigued, they now have a neutral grip bench press, as heavy as they possibly can for 5 reps. They then have they work on their strength there. Then they go for endurance. They have a power plate push-up for 10 reps. And then they go into an active recovery, open up the chest with the hyposphere balls, 10 reps there. And then they have a pull series on the Kaiser, pull downs for speed. There you go, Aaron. Keep them there, man. Keep them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, you're done.
New flavors is lit. New flavors is lit. Sorry, let me stop playing. Y'all need to quit playing too. We just brought back the sold out OT Play hoodies with a brand new flavor for y'all. Ooh, that's so special. Go check that out in the shop right now. And as always, check out more fire videos over here and don't forget to subscribe. Y'all know the deal, it's OT.